What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's drift cart shenanigans, I'm doing my best to get this cart completely running. It's been about, I'd say 6 or 7 months since I've had it running reliably to where I could just hop in it and start it up. So today I'm going to be fixing a problem that has stopped me from driving it for a long time. So let's get to it. There may be others out there who have installed a stage 1 kit to their Predator 212, especially the non-Hemi, and with that, some people have done their valve springs. And when you do your valve springs, you have to adjust your valve lash clearance, which, if you don't know how to do it correctly, can be catastrophic. So I have found that no matter where I adjust my valve lash clearance, my engine does not decompress when starting it. So it's literally so hard to pull it. It's like it's gonna pull your arm off. I've already broken a rope, and I dealt with it for a while and I never identified the problem. But upon recent research, I found that my valves are not adjusted correctly and my cam may or may not be broken. I had an extra cam from a spare engine I had lying around, and that's what I'm gonna be installing on my purple drift cart today, in hopes that I can just adjust the valves after and she'll be easy to pull. So let's get it. Had to close the garage for this shot, but this is my Predator 212 drift cart. I've been working on it for a couple years now, and we're finally getting it to its final stages, so I'm pretty excited about that. Other than some electrical and some mounting of lights, this thing's really close to being done, so I'm excited to get these engine issues out of the way so she'll just be reliable. The process of me replacing that cam is going to be starting out with just removing the engine and removing all the electric start stuff, because that just makes it way more complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Here's a closer look at the electric start and this little unit that they call a Predator 212. Just recently installed this pulse pump as well, so lots of new things that I still haven't been able to try out, boys. I cannot wait. Oil's drained, got the side cover pretty much all the way taken off, and it's cam swap out time. So this is the stock cam I'm going to be throwing in this. This is the mechanism that allows it to decompress. I don't know exactly how it works, but I do know that it's centrifugal force that, you know, helps engage it. So as your engine speeds up, I think this arm moves out a bit and, you know, allows the exhaust valve to do something different. Not too much of a scientist when it comes to this stuff, but I do know where it goes, so hopefully this allows me to be able to start this thing a lot easier than right now. My hands are extremely oily, so I'm just going to explain it. I have the cam side by side. This is the one I'm putting in. This is the one I just took out. Look at how much harder. Like, I have to actually try to push that, and then over here. So I can definitely tell that this is bound up, which is really good news. This pretty much means that I found the issue. So as long as I put everything back together perfectly, it's gonna start right up. All right, so I have the side cover back on. Everything's torqued down perfect. Clutch is back on. Now I just went ahead and adjusted the valves. So I've done tons of research and looked at the manual, and my first test, I'm gonna do the intake at 8 thousandths of an inch and the exhaust at 9 thousandths of an inch. You know, because the engine is cold and it's gonna expand a bit. So I'm hoping now that I have that cam installed and it's actually gonna have, you know, a functioning decompression system, I should be able to actually pull start it, which is something I haven't been able to do in a long time. So let's get her all bolted up and put back on the cart. Whew. It's been about an hour. I haven't filmed too much because I've been super oily, but I do have a bit of an update for you guys, and I think we're ready to pull this thing. Check it out. I have everything connected, and I mean everything. The wiring's hooked up, just not zip tied yet. We got the pump going. Yeah, so this thing should be ready to pull. I'm gonna set you guys up on, where is it? Oh, that tripod right there. All right, now that we have some better lighting, perfect. Let's see if she starts. Okay. It's everything. That's what you love to see. First tee. As you can see, she was super happy. Literally first pull, instantly starts up. I'm gonna guess that's from last night when I tested that carb on a different engine. But either way, she starts up and she starts a lot easier. You barely have to pull that thing and it just turns right on. So that's success in my book. I think she's ready to rip. I've pretty much taken care of all the other stuff besides like zip tying these wires that I have yet to connect to lights and stuff like that. But like I said, I think with some air and PVC, this thing's actually ready to hit the road, which has been a long time waiting. All right guys, so it's actually the next day. Yesterday was Halloween. I didn't have too much time to wrench on this thing, but I did get it all finished this morning and you guys gotta see it. Ooh. Look at this thing. Obviously the lights and front bumper aren't on, but mechanically, this thing is ready to go. Off the stand and all, boys. Let's give you a little overview of this thing real quick. Nice. My favorite part about this is for the first time in history, this go-kart is first pull, starts right up. Wanna bet? The garage is closed, so I don't want to kill myself, but does it get better than this? Since we got to this level, I think we are due for number 1, a street rip, number 2, a Steez little montage. Let's go. Can't even right now. Look at this thing, guys. Quick release just chilling on the front bumper. Like, this thing is just hard. Like, let's drive it. Feels dialed. Guys, she has never ever ripped like that. That's insane. This carburetor does a world of difference. Oh my God. I'm just astounded at this point. I did not know that the Makunis with the pulse pump open up a Predator like that. Like, I have a bunch of 110 pit bikes and like, not a bunch, but I have one. I've ridden a bunch of 110 pit bikes and that feels so similar just to the throttle response. Just like getting rid of that lawnmower carburetor was just the absolute move. So So that's where I'm going to be calling it for this video. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please stay tuned for some more drift kart shenanigans. If you want to see what I'm doing on my day-to-day stuff, I have an Instagram dedicated just to my drift kart stuff, which is at crazybuilder37. And also, if you want to follow my personal, where I post all my music stuff, it's going to be at jacob.sherwood. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Peace.